West Midlands Police Detective Nicholas Taylor would have been dismissed if... you know the rest. Taylor, who was based in Bloxwich, was found by Misconduct hearing to have breached the standards of professional behaviour by operating a sex work business from his home. In other words, what he done is he facilitated meets between strangers and his wife for a fee. Basically a swinger, but charging for it. An internal investigation by West Midlands Police commenced after the Sun newspaper brought his sordid business to light in 2020. The contents of the article, which reported Mr. Taylor was advertising threesomes at his Shropshire home for an hourly rate of £150. Claims that were not disputed during the misconduct hearing. The force removed him from public-facing duties, and while the investigation continued, Taylor resigned from the police force. At a hearing on Wednesday, his actions were deemed as gross misconduct and were found to have breached professional standards relating to his duties and responsibilities and instructions, as well as conducting himself in a discreditable way. Taylor didn't attend the disciplinary hearing but submitted a document arguing that his sex work was an expression of his sexual identity as part of his private life. Sexual identity? Well, behave yourself. Should we say exotic sex life is not a sexual identity, although it is part of a private life. But when joining the police, you effectively give up your private life just as you do when you become famous. He denied that taking money for sex amounted to a business interest, arguing instead that the force had taken a prudish approach to his behaviour. It was probably some of his fault and his missus. Goss, representing West Midlands Police, said the exchange of money for services is quite obviously a business interest, and that it ought to have been blindingly obvious to Mr. Taylor that his sex work would be an issue. Taylor was described as already being on his last leg with West Midlands Police after previously receiving a written warning for neglect of duties, said to have been due to him shredding statements in a witness intimidation case rather than uploading them to the police systems. Misconduct Panel Chairman Harry Ireland emphasised that the decision was not a moral judgment on Mr. Taylor's sexual preferences, adding that his actions were akin to a criminal offence. We expect the honest standards of behaviour from our officers, both on and off duty, said Detective Chief Superintendent Sam Riding, the head of professional standards at West Midlands Police. Taylor should not have engaged in activity that was likely to bring discredit on the police service, and any business interests should have been declared to be assessed for any potential conflicts of interest with his role within the police. How to do that, and his off-duty actions brought discredit upon West Midlands Police. I'm pretty sure that you do far worse to bring discredit upon yourself than one of your constables letting people shag his missus for a few quid. But still, don't really want somebody with those kind of sexual quirks working for the police, dealing with vulnerable people now, do we? Big thank you to channel supporters one and all, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.